All right, well, first up, it is smooth. It is absolutely beautiful. It feels like I'm playing a finished, non-choppy version of Star Citizen almost. It's fantastic.
Hi, I'm Jace Winger, your flight instructor
Why,
for
hello,
today.
Jace.
We'll be running through the full lesson plan, but if you're already familiar with some of the basics, you can talk to me about skipping ahead. Before we
Sure.
begin, I need to perform a few routine physical tests. Regular
Here we
checks.
go. Rubber glove time.
Please move your head. Now, do a few jumping jacks, please. Finally, a few squats, please.
Just look at the details. Fantastic.
Great! You seem to be in good physical shape, so we can move on to your flying lessons. Let me know how you want to proceed.
This is fantastic.
Yes? We'll start by using the transporter room outside to go to the docking bay.
Oh, this is nice.
From here, you need to embark and take the controls.
Alright, so let's take a look what we got here. So this is our initial ship. Oh, this is a really nice hangar. Big, spacious. Take a look over here. This is really nice. I am very, very impressed. Yes.
Quasar, Vang.
You are cleared for undocking.
Oh, yes,
Proceed.
very nice.
Use the steering controls to turn your ship.
Press up plus space to turn on mouse steer. Ships. Shift space. Okay. Alright, this is very nice. Very, very nice.
Argon Wharf.
Alright. Fantastic. Beautiful and smooth. Very nice.
Okay, before we continue, make sure there's no obstacle right in front of you. I can't check from here, so I have to trust you on this one. When you're clear, gently accelerate forwards.
So it's nice that it uses the mouse wheel to
usually a
accelerate.
speed limit inside docking areas, but you don't have to worry about exceeding it. The ship's computer will limit the speed for you. You can also fly backwards. Try this now. Your ship sensors are all well and good, but sometimes it can be useful to get a more direct look at things. First, look around your cockpit. There are many different kinds, but ship cockpits often provide a wide field of view outside the ship. You can also look at your ship from the outside with the magic of camera drones. Try it. Fly around a bit to get a feel for how it behaves.
Oh, this is gorgeous.
You can also cycle into a different external camera mode. Try the camera controls now.
Good looking, scrappy little ship, too.
This also works on targets within range. For now, return to the normal cockpit. So let's practice what you've learned so far. I've prepared a little course for you. Please fly close to each of the navigation beacons in turn. Your next target will always be marked in orange. Your ship also has a boost function. Don't worry, you're not being timed. Boosting drains your shield, so use it wisely. You may also notice that it has set your speed to maximum. This is normal and will only persist until you change speed again. Some pilots even find it a convenient way to set their speed to maximum.
Oh, we don't want to crash.
This next thing is something you are going to be using a lot. I've marked a remote location for you to fly to. Don't worry, I don't expect you to crawl there at your base speed. First, please align your ship so it points roughly towards the target. Now, activate travel mode. Depending on your engine type, it may take a little time to get started. Look at your speed bar just below the crosshairs. You will keep accelerating for a while until you reach your ship's top travel speed. You've probably noticed other modes in the list when you activated this one. Each mode has its special use, and only one mode can be active at a time.
Oh, this is very, very nice.
Now that you've gathered some speed, you'll notice that steering has become much harder. If you're getting bored, you can disable the autopilot at any time and fly the rest of the way yourself.
It'll definitely take some time to get used to all these controls. Like, sometimes even during the tutorial, you might need to just pay a bit of attention as to what is backspace versus just left arrow. Just look for the size of the rectangles, all I can recommend. But yeah, that's quite a view.
I've now activated your primary weapon. The small dots that have just appeared indicate where the weapons are currently aiming. They will automatically track your current target as long as it's close enough. There are a handful of targets in front of you. Their HUD color indicates that they are enemies. Note that the HUD markers of some targets are smaller. These targets are currently outside your weapon range. Select the closest enemy target. A new HUD element has appeared right in the center of the target. This is the aim ahead indicator. It shows you where you need to aim, which is especially useful if the target is moving. Slowly cycle through all the targets. When a target outside your weapon range has been selected, you can see the weapon indicators becoming darkened. The aim ahead indicator also changes its appearance. Select the closest enemy target again and shoot it until it's destroyed. Keep destroying the targets. You'll need to move closer in order to hit some of them. If you look to the right of your crosshair, you'll see bars next to your weapons that gradually fill up when you are firing. This is heat. It automatically dissipates when you stop firing. This happens more slowly if there are multiple weapons cooling down at the same time. Your weapon's just overheated. You will not be able to fire until they've cooled to a safe temperature. This target is much sturdier than the others. Look at the blue bar above the target. This is its shield strength. After a few seconds without damage, it will begin to recharge. All shields work like this, including your own. I've now activated your secondary weapon, a missile launcher. It's loaded with a type of guided missile that requires a target lock. Please select the target in front of you. You can now see a lock being acquired. You may fire when ready. The target has dropped something. Fly right at it to pick it up. It's another type of missile. It has been automatically added to your ammunition storage. Missile launchers have limited ammunition. You can see the number of remaining missiles to the left of your crosshair. Let's go into more detail about your weapons. Open the ship menu. We'll focus on the highlighted weapon configuration section. Each installed weapon has its own row. The squares in each row show you which weapon groups that weapon is part of. You can assign any weapon to any weapon group. You can also change the ammunition that's loaded into your missile launchers. Try it if you like. Close the menu to move on.
Alright, well this will come in handy. So this has weapons groups similar to some of the other games. So you just need to make sure that you remember what you've got assigned to where. Boom! Oh, that's beautiful. Combat controls take a bit of getting used to. I'm thinking a joystick would be really, really good here. Right now I'm only using keyboard and mouse, and yeah, it's not quite the same.
This wreck has something inside it. Your ship will not fit, so you're going to have to get out of your ship and do a spacewalk.
Alright,
Move a
spacewalk
little
time.
closer to the indicated position and park your ship there.
Quasar, Vanguard.
notice that you keep moving in the same direction. That's because spacesuits don't have flight assistance and are limited to Newtonian flight. Any directional input, whether it's strafing, accelerating, or decelerating, will push you in that direction. I'll let you try it out for a little while. While you do that, your spacesuit is equipped with a small hand laser. Please don't try to use it in fights with actual ships. You'd be pulverized immediately. You also have a repair tool. This tool works on most damaged objects, as long as they're not actually wrecked. This thing is beyond repair, though. Try to come to a stop using these inputs. Tricky, isn't it? Luckily, there's an easier way to try it now. Much better. I think you're ready for some maneuvering. Please fly inside the wreck using the indicated entry point.
Now we get to do some wreck exploring. Oh, this is beautiful. Great job on the graphics, guys. Great job. Nice little bits of debris everywhere. Hello there.
Now, fly into the corridor. You may have noticed the oxygen indicator, which is slowly going down. There's no need to worry about it. We'll be back in your ship with plenty of time to spare. There's another broken control panel. Repair this one as well. There's a lockbox here. What a lucky find. Please activate your weapon and carefully shoot off all the locks. Chip weapons also work, but you have to be much more careful with those. Lockboxes are fragile, and some even explode. Congratulations, you did it. You may keep the item for yourself after you finish here. Please leave the wreck and return to your ship now. spacesuit is also equipped with a booster. You can use it now to reach your ship more quickly. Be careful though, it's easy to overshoot and crash into your target that way. Now, follow the green lights to the dock and fly inside. While the feeling of flying your spacesuit is fresh in your mind, let's try the same with your ship. Please turn off flight assistance now. I'll give you time to play around with it. Re-enable flight assistance when you want to move on to the next step. The next part is technically against the rules, so you didn't hear it from me. We'll combine two of the things you've learned, aimed at empty space, and activate travel mode. Build up some speed. Now, turn off flight assist. Your speed is no longer increasing. More importantly, though, your ship is very maneuverable again. It takes a practice, but you can use this for significant course corrections during travel mode. Try this now by aligning to the new objective, then re-enabling flight assistance. I find it really fun to drift my way into jump gates at high speed that way, but do be careful and practice in a safe environment first. I don't want to hear about you turning your ship into a pancake, right? Right, now that the exciting part is over, let's wind down with something a bit calmer. Fly to the marked station.
Autopilot engaged.
Now that you're in range, you can interact with it to request docking permission, just like you did with your ship from the spacesuit. Follow the trail of lights to your assigned dock.
Argon Wharf.
turn your ship in the indicated direction. You should now be able to see an abstract representation of the docking bay and your position relative to it. Each element must be aligned before you can dock. When aligned, the elements change colour from red to green. Now that your ship is fully aligned, let go of the steering controls. There's a triangular element pointing upwards that represents your ship's position over the dock. If it's darkened, then your ship is outside the displayable area. I usually align my orientation first. Begin by moving the centre of your crosshair to the matching element in the docking UI. Your ship is currently too far back. Slowly accelerate forward and stop when the horizontal line turns green. If you overshoot, just stop and correct. Now, gently move your ship down until the docking computer takes over. If you can afford them, there are software upgrades that make this process a bit easier. Now that you're docked, you can do a number of things right here from your ship. The ship information menu shows you all kinds of things about your ship. Take a look at it now. Below the general information, you can see your cargo storage. It's separate from the ammunition bay, and there are even more types of storage that we're not using at the moment. Small items picked up from crates or lockboxes, on the other hand, are stored on your person and move with you between ships. You can access your inventory via the Player Information tab. You can close this menu now. You might have seen that your ship is carrying some energy cells. If you want to, you can sell these here using the trade menu. Open it now. This is where you can trade wares with the station. Your cargo is on the left-hand side and the station's buy offers are on the right. Because this is a wharf, it doesn't have any products for sale in here, but it does want to buy a lot of different resources. Energy cells, for example. Wharves and equipment docks can also upgrade your current ship. Try this now. This is where you can buy and install various upgrades for your ship, including the docking software that I mentioned earlier. Feel free to try this out now. Your upgrades are now being installed. It'll be fast now, but this can normally take up to a few minutes. Wharves and shipyards also buy used ships. The beauty you're sitting in is actually mine though, so don't even try selling it. You can keep trying out these menus if you'd like. Undock when you're ready to proceed.
Alright, so one of the first things that I got was the auto docking software, because doing that manually is a pain in the butt. What I can see here, we can do, we got engines and engine upgrades, which is cool. Thrusters for better maneuverability, better shield generators, of course better weapons, tracking launchers, ion blasters, shard batteries. Nice. I got turrets, we have more software, so scanner software. Ooh, police scanner, that's gonna be handy. We got trading computers and trading softwares, consumables, so a whole bunch of missiles, so that's nice. I mean, in a lot of the other games, like, you know, your missiles just constantly keep it automatically reloading. Here you're gonna have to figure in the cost if you're really gonna fire off that expensive heavy missile. We can also hire crew, which is really good, because There's some ships that do have a multi-crew component. And yeah, get apprentice, specialists in terms of marines in case we're gonna. I'm guessing there's an element where we could potentially board and dock other ships, so that's really cool. Um, repairs if we need it. Eh, yeah, that's pretty expensive. So we're at 99% on the hull, but that 1% is mostly thanks to me, just sloppily flying. That wow, expensive. All right, interesting.
Now, here's a little thing that many pilots don't use, but if you do end up liking it, you'll really appreciate it. Depending on how you've set up your flight controls, you might only have convenient control over 2 steering axes rather than all 3. This is fine for most pilots. However, with many ship configurations, rolling is much more effective than yawing, or vice versa. This is where adaptive steering can help. When turned on, the primary steering axis will be set to whichever one is best for your current ship configuration. I've turned on adaptive steering and changed the thruster configuration of your ship to favour rollover yaw. Fly around a little to get a feeling for it.
So this is the adaptive steering, which actually, if you're using a mouse, is definitely much better.
That concludes your training. Feel free
I
to
would
roam around
absolutely
and
recommend
practice
keeping
some
it
of
on.
what you've learned. I've set up a selection of ships for you to try out. You can teleport between them using the map. Sorry, no capital ships. You'll have to save up for your own. When you feel ready to move on, you can either try out some of the advanced tutorials or put your skills to the test in the real world. Goodbye, and good luck out there.
Let's see what sort of ships he's gonna send us to. Let's see what we can teleport to. Definitely some interesting ships there. Some larger cargo ships. A very small ship. A lot more like what we have right now. Much smaller ships, yep. Adaptive steering, if you're being stationary and you're not moving around, it is really
Nova,
irritating actually.
Vanguard.
Rotate here and now what are you?
Courier, Vanguard.
Career, okay.
Elite, Vanguard.
Ooh, sound of that. That'll be overcompensating, of course. Chip.
Courier, Vanguard.
Career, small and fast.
Cerberus, Vanguard.
Oh, the Cerberus. See? Nice. Quite nice. And you are?
Drill. Mineral. Vanguard.
Ah, a mineral driller. Okay, so that's more of a mining ship. Okay, good to know, good to know. You definitely got some chops to you. Quite nice. Quite nice. Definitely some bigger, heavier guns here. Interesting.
Cerberus. Vanguard.
Oh, yes. Definitely much heavier guns. Very nice.
Drill. Mineral. Vanguard.
See, this is a two-seater. Let's get up close to one of these here meteorites and give it a very slow, very sluggish. Yeah. Seems to be doing some automatic mining here. Okay, that detonated in our face. Was there anything good coming out of that?
Asteroid. Asteroid. Asteroid.
Alright, let's try our hand at a little bit of mining here, shall we? Oop. Okay. This looks rich. Maybe not. Ooh.
Asteroid.
Ore.
Asteroid.
Ore. Okay, interesting. So
Asteroid.
you zap it until it blows up, and then you get some goodies.
Asteroid. Asteroid.
Potential 393 yield ore. Fantastic. Yes, please. Let's give you a try. See if we can minimize. Well, not much, no.
Asteroid.
Really gotta go fly far.
Asteroid.
Just to get all your goodies. Ooh, there we go. 107. Here we get ore and stuff
Asteroid.
everywhere. A lot of
Asteroid.
ore,
Asteroid.
ore. This one's empty. Yes, that's pretty much it for now. I'm going to be playing around with some of the other ships, maybe trying some of the other tutorials. So, yeah, this is absolutely beautiful. It seems to be world building on a massive scale, kind of like what a lot of proper space sims are trying to be. Yeah, so let me guys what you know. Any questions, any comments? Yeah, if you want to see more, just say so. Thanks a lot, everyone.